key component to my sound.
So this is Drew Greer, and we're going to talk about his rig here today. What do you got here?
Oh, we got the TU2. It's probably the most important part to my sound.
Yeah.
I leave it on all the time.
Yeah.
It really, it's like one of those mysterious tone things that just takes it over the edge.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Especially when it's on.
And then what about all this?
Oh, this.
Do you use any of this?
No.
Oh, okay. Not really?
No.
Huh.
Well.
Maybe sometimes?
Okay, most of the time.
Okay, a little bit. Tell me about it. What do you got?
This is a fuzz face copy.
Who makes it?
Eric Todd.
Oh, cool.
With a bass boost, which is really ridiculous, so you can never use that with a band.
Okay. Then where does it go? Into the full tone?
Full tone.
And that's
just a wah pedal.
Clyde Deluxe. What does that mean? And then it's got some knobs on the side.
This lets you control how much gain it puts out, and then this is like a Vox wah, Crybaby, and then like a really, really bassy wah.
Okay.
So probably
That's
similar
cool.
to a Buddha.
Is it a more expensive wah than like?
I think retailer runs 300.
Oh wow.
Got it off Bob Howard for 2.
Nice. That's a good deal. Okay.
From there it goes to a germanium treble boost.
Germanium treble boost. Is that E-Tide as well?
It is.
It kind of looks like it. Yeah. Then
into a modded tube screamer.
Tube screamer.
So 808, but it has a clipping adjustment, so you can keep it a little cleaner and up the output. So use it.
Really? That's cool. What's it called?
Just a TS808.
But you said the clipping.
Like the clipping is modded, so it's like a standard 808, almost no clipping, just boost, and then half and half.
Okay.
So I always leave it at half and half.
What's the second half of that pedal?
This is actually the orange squeezer compressor.
Nice.
And technically, it goes into this first and then into this.
All right.
But so it's just a volume knob. Then into the OCD.
OCD.
Which these two are my main overdrives.
Yeah.
But just depending on which. If I want the mid-range hump, it's more the 808. If I want it more straight out of the amp,
or
it's
grindy.
the OCD. Yeah.
Yeah. The OCD is more grindy.
Class A.
The TS808. The Ibanez is like the original, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
then
goes into the Tusk.
The Tusk. This looks evil.
It's a fuzz pedal based off of the Rat. But it's like the tone stage, so it gets kind of fuzzy.
All right.
I use that a lot.
The Tusk. Who makes it?
Earthquaker Devices.
Earthquaker
Based
Devices.
in Akron, Ohio, I think.
Okay.
Then the pickup booster, which is great. And it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the carbon copy.
I love it.
Which is a great little analog delay.
I had some trouble with mine. I ended up returning it, but I love this delay. To me, it seemed like the delays, they weren't very distinct. They weren't very bright. Very warm.
That's what I like about it, because it balances out my other delay.
Yeah. Okay.
Then into a volume pedal with the tuner.
All right, your volume is post all of your gain.
Yes.
That's cool.
So
I'm probably gonna run mine. I'm gonna run mine pre. Mine's run like this right now, but I'm taking my volume pedal and I'm putting it back at the beginning of the chain with maybe like one thing before it.
When in Rome.
Yeah. Yeah, when in Rome.
And this is the mod factor, which is a ridiculous amount of modulation.
Yeah.
Effects.
Everything you could ever need.
But mostly
and
I
super
use it
clean.
for phaser. There's a great Leslie cabinet sound on it.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Some really good like chorus and tremolo. Every once in a while I like to use the ring mod. That's completely unusable outside of or inside of worship.
Yeah.
And that goes into the time factor.
The time factor.
Which is great because it's two separate delay units inside. And you can adjust each. You could have one doing quarter notes and the other doing eighth notes and dotted eighths and whatever you want.
That's cool. And then I take it this is your tap.
Yeah.
For that guy. Are you running the tap into both of them?
No. I wish I could.
I thought I saw somebody else's board where they were using one tap and it was tapping into two different pedals.
Yeah, I think I'd have to.
That's kind of cool.
The MIDI into this and this.
Oh, okay.
Which I know I could do. I just don't have a MIDI cable for
that would be cool.
Which would probably a good idea.
Get the $2 MIDI cable, Drew.
Well, it's finding the space to fit it.
All right.
In the gap. I think that sums it up.
Cool. It's a good sound. What do you find you're using the most when it comes to like more like gentle worship guitar sounds? 'Cause when it's like
all 5 guys.
your rhythm guitar sounds.
I guess the 808 mostly.
Yeah. So would you scale back the gain?
Yeah, I either just play real light or roll the volume off.
Yeah.
It takes some of the highs off, so you still get a little bit of grind, but it's not like this piercing, like
Yeah.
in your face sound.
That's good. Cool. When do you use your compressor?
Mostly when I want it to be clean, but a little louder than my clean is out of my amp.
Yeah.
Or if it's a really fast lead part that I don't feel my fingers are clean enough to perform without.
All right. Cool.
If we're honest about shortcomings as a guitarist.
And then this is your
SG.
That's your SG, Gibson SG with
Classic.
the 90s in it, P90s. Okay. And did you put the Bigsby on it?
I did.
Yeah.
That was a nerve-wracking experience.
Brilliant. Love it. Did you play pretty heavy strings?
I play 11s.
11s, yeah. It's kind of nice to put 11s on a Gibson.
Yeah.
So it makes it just beefy feeling. It's fun. And you're using the House's amp. This is the Fender Deluxe today. This is the Church's amp. Yep. Do you notice any shortcomings with these amps? Do you crank the highs or anything like that?
I really crank the highs and I turn the bright switch on only because
Really?
P90s tend to be pretty dark.
Yeah.
And going through all this junk on my board, it tends to get pretty dark.
Yeah.
So by the time it gets to the amp, it's already muddied down a little bit. So I need to use the highs.
Crank it.
I turn the bass way down because the bass on these is...
Now our sound guy here, he's asked me several times to not move the mic too close to the speaker and to back off my presence and all that, because he's trying to make the guitars seem a little bit quieter. He was explaining to me how people have been complaining about the mix being too loud, but he feels like really what they're perceiving is just so much clarity that in the guitars especially that people are perceiving it as too much. So we kind of have to knock a lot of the highs down, and he probably focuses us in somewhere other than the frequencies that the vocals are trying to live. So that's kind of hard because the guitar is such a vocal sounding instrument anyway. We live in those mids and those highs, but it's all good. It all works out. Cool. I love your sound.
Well, thanks, Chad.
Sounds so good. Tree.
So great.
So great.